Yeah, we're getting rejection around 58, which is our previous day range. This will happen, right? Right around here at 58. So that's why I'm saying take your partials out, take some money off the table because we're really deep in profits. Right? Ideally, what we could be having is price coming back up to here and then continuing downward. Right? Because this is wherever we have these pullbacks, right? And that's how we know once price is maintaining structure, we can get a pullback to 62, and then we get more power to push it further down. I have to move this bit. Somehow it reflects this. Yeah. As I said, structure is structure. Price is gonna pull back. It cannot just go one way. So ideally, when you have price breaking a particular level, it will pull back to that level. That's the retest, and then it will come back here, and it will possibly retest here. But as long as it rejects off this bit, and we continue further down, then that's good.
It's nice selling volume though. 5 minutes.
Yeah, it is. This candle alone is giving nice momentum.
You have to wait like until 12.
Yeah, the 12 will give us the further push. Oftentimes it does. Nice. You want to see structure respecting that. But as I said, make sure you're risk-free and you've taken some of the money off the table.
Take off one big piece of a table. You know. Now make it table tilt with me. Not nice to see so much profit then sitting down, see yourself back in red. It ain't cool.
True.
But 12 o'clock is gonna come with the push. Any day in England.
Let me see what 1 hour is showing. Okay. We're getting this push up here because we're within this bit of demand here.
Okay.
Right here can be a bit of a trap zone. What it can do is to induce some buyers to come into the market and then push it further down. Because what if you look, you can see that we've got wick rejection here, and it's failing to kind of push above this level where we've got that.
Yeah.
So what it can be doing is inducing some amateur buyers to come into the market, say, okay, let me buy, and then push it further down. It happens quite often.
Okay.
As I've said, as long as we maintain structure above our 61, then we're good to go. Maintain structure below 61, I should say.
She's a lot of pips.
Yeah. Oh, we're trying to get into there.
And there you go.
Yep. Oh, and let me show you guys too how I looked at this overall. So this is the fib. At the moment, we've been on a down move. This is just a pullback. And from here, where we've drawn the fib, and you should get a detail of that in the course as well. I do have another video dropping on it. What happens is that with the Fibonacci, if we're in a downward move, which is the massive part of here, we look at where we've dropped from the top here to here. So this is our 100 point to 0.
Yeah.
And what happens is that we will have a pullback because price cannot just go straight down. So we'll have a pullback, and the pullback, ideally we want the pullback to be anywhere between our golden zone, 78.6 and 61. And that's a bingo. So that's why we sent this trade, right? Which is ideally telling me, based on knowledge and experience, we could potentially be getting back all the way down here, right? Now, a lot of us won't probably hold the trade then. We'll probably say, oh, too much profits, let me take my profit. So I didn't give you, I didn't give you all that target, but I do believe that we're potentially coming back into this area here and potentially coming all the way back down here in the long run. This is the 1 hour time frame, so it will take time to play out. Looking at the 1 hour time frame gives you better plays in the market rather than looking at the lower time frames, to be really honest. There's too much noise oftentimes on the lower time frame. To filter the noise, 1 hour and then scaling down to your 5 minutes for tighter entries and all of that is good. But ideally, we're looking at, just a system of profits with this kind of system. Right, and if you have the potential to hold, then of course we hold, as long as structure is being maintained. All right, we're at 57, so we're moving nicely, really nicely too.
I'm trailing my stop loss right now.
Perfect. So guys, just make sure you have your notifications on in the group, because one of the key thing is we can't determine when price moves. And because we can't determine that, if I'm on the charts and I do see a lovely move, then I'm going to send it in, because I know a lot of you probably won't be on the live. Right. But then when I saw that this was a big move in terms of putting all those things that you've seen me do, my Fibonacci and everything, I've got so much confidence in favor. Because I've seen it work time and time again. No, that's why I sent in the group, hold the trade. We hold it. Right? We hold it. There's so much imbalance in this one candle. We're potentially coming to fill it. Right? But we ain't going to get greedy. We want to just take some profits. As long as structure is being maintained, trail your stop and all of that to lock in some profits, ideally. All right, so I know we said 12, but sometimes the market decide to move 10. Sometimes it decide to move 1. We can't decipher. So what we'll do if we see that there is a move, because what I do on a daily basis, I try to get trading out of the way anytime between after my one-to-ones in the morning, I'll get trading out of the way like by 4 p.m. I don't want to be trading past 4, ideally. So I'll be on the charts to kind of set up that time. But this is a good one. Guys, you should be locking in some good profits on this.
And you know what I did for this trade too? After I hit TP1, I jumped back in risk-free to try and get TP2, and it's working.
Where did you enter, Sabrina? You want me to beat you?
No, but I entered as soon as I hit, so I entered at the first hit.
So
And I
you
put my
entered at
stop loss at
61.
TP1. Yes.
You want, no, we don't do that around here. You know
But
why? Well, you kind of, at least you didn't
I
put your
entered
stop,
risk-free.
at least you didn't put your stop loss. You
Stop
can't
loss
enter
up
risk.
there, no.
Yeah. At
That
least
is,
you
I
didn't.
didn't put my stop loss up there, no.
Yeah. At least you didn't do
So now
that.
I am trailing my stop loss. So each time I go down, I'm trailing my stop loss.
All right, no problem. We're getting to 53 people. Hold it. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. And I would potentially take TP3 to 3,300. But it may not hit today. And I don't know if you've got the composure to hold it, but
I can.
that's what I'd be doing. I'd be taking, because look at this imbalance, guys. It has to be filled. And my belief is that it's going to be filled this week. There's so much imbalance right here. All of this, one candle. Imbalance. Right? So once we break here, which is that 51 mark, because we've got a lot of price that can actually push us up back from here. If once we break here, then potentially we could be coming back into this zone. Make sure you're trailing and or you don't have to be hovering too much. Make sure you've actually taken something off the table. This is a profitable trade. And by now, from 66, we're literally over what? 100 points, 100 pips. Literally, we're over 100 pips, which is good. Really good. Yes, at 55. 155.
Lovely. Even on a zero, even on a micro.
I love what I'm seeing here too, because this is also when price pulls back to where would we pull back to? If I get a pullback to 66, then I could get in, but if I don't, I wouldn't, because now you've got all of this. All right, let me kind of look at it and tell you. If we get a break of this zone, right? A break of this and then a retest, then I can get in. Ideally then. But if I don't break here, I'm not going to get back in. Because what this looks like to me, Sean, is what we call a rounded top. And if we get a rounded top, that means we're going to drop it like it's hot. So if we get a break of this and a retest of it, then yeah, we can get a nice second entry or third entry for those who have gotten in a second time already. All right. You can see the roundness there. So if we get a break of this bit, price has to break that 53 mark. If it doesn't, and it has to break it with good volume. We get a break of it with good volume and a retest of it, then that 53 could now become a strong resistance zone for you to get in, because it's been support before. Another one that I kind of slightly overlooked is GJ. GJ did a massive buy this morning and we missed that one because I was on a live here, really massive one. But we'll catch another one. It's fine.
Yeah, GT.
Yeah, it did. And I do believe it's coming back up into here. To be honest, where it is now on the 1 hour. Literally above here, 196, 244. So if we get a comeback to this zone, 196, 223, we can take a buy on it. But we have to get a pullback in it because this is the 1 hour. That means it's gone further on the lower time frame. So it hasn't retested yet, which is good. So if we can get something coming back even right here, even a little further, 196, 100 would even be a better entry. So I'll remove this bit. What I do is to use alerts. That's how I keep, a tabs on what's happening on it. So let's go back here. 55. Getting some rejection here. Guys, make sure you're risk-free in this because we are in this demand zone. Demand meaning that we had strong buying pressure coming from here before. You don't want price to break over back this box. So as long as we right there. So some indecision coming in the market now with this doji. This was our last pullback right here at this red box, the top of it with this green candle bit. So we don't want price to come back up to the 60 here. I don't want it to come back there. We ideally want it to continue pushing down.
Down.
Karen, I can't really see. Can you tell me what's the the amount that line is at the top where we got the pullback?
Here
Right there. Yes, yes.
it's literally at 59, 3359.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Remember, as I showed you guys, how structure works is that we can get a pullback to wherever this is and then continuation because it has to get power. But look, this is a marble zoo. I'm really confident in these little things. A marble zoo is a momentum-based candle, which is telling me that there's a lot of selling pressure in the market. So this is a good candle here. We don't want it to come back up here where 60 is. Once this candle is being respected, then we hold. As I said, we continue holding. So by now, though, everyone should be risk-free. And if you can take partials, everybody should be able to take some money off the table by now. This is a big win, by the way. It's over 100 and something points because we got in at 66. Let's see what 1 hour is giving.
You don't have this logic right here.
Yeah, it's rejecting off it, which is the entire bit of the demand, to be honest. So once we maintain here, but as I said, everybody should go risk-free and you should take money off the table.
I did that already. It's I trailed that stop loss already. So
Good. Good, good.
Where's this week?
Mhm.
Where's that week?
This one, yeah, it can come back and meet it at 58. That's why I said, ideally we don't want to break 59. We don't want to come back to 59.
When it hits 12 o'clock, it's gonna literally fly. It's like what, 26 minutes?
Fly is gonna go up.
Down.
It's gonna drop.
Continue down. What should I say for down?
It's
Melt.
gonna melt.
It's gonna melt. Sorry, it's gonna melt. That's 100+ points.
Yeah,
well,
it's
right now my TP is at 3,300. So
Don holding it. Don is holding it.
yeah,
We have to get a break of 51 for it to go down there. So there's a lot of wick rejection around 51 here.
It's gonna need volume to
yeah,
move.
man.
We need
But
some volume.
I'm just looking and watching to see what's going on.
Today, we ideally have news. At 3 p.m., we've got PMI. PMI doesn't always come with strong volume, but sometimes it does. This is a 1 hour candle and it has 36 minutes to close. I like how it looks. The bulls and the bears are at war, as always. But if you guys noticed, you see how far we are from our entry? That means we got a nice entry for those who got in at that point. That was a nice entry, right? Because ideally, once we had a retest of it, we just dropped. And another bit when it comes on to even your trades, ideally, if you're even taking independent trades and you had like a 50 pip stop, right? For example, and you get to 100 points, that's a 1 to 2. So it's fine to take 1 to 2 trades because that means you've risked, XYZ and you've made double that.
Mhm.
So that's
Mhm.
fine. All right. Anything from 1 to 2 onwards. Sometimes I mainly aim for 1 to 3 when I'm trading. Sometimes I don't hit it, but at least I've taken money off the table whilst I'm in that trade. And literally, I go risk free. So if I don't hit it, it doesn't bother me because I've already taken some money off the table.
Taking some money. Mhm.
When price pulls back, GJ, my TP is at 3346. Is that good? For gold, 3346. You're aiming to get to 3346.50 for
No,
gold.
GJ 196.5.
Yeah, it hasn't retested yet, but it's gonna get there. It's gonna, I believe in this one. I was waiting to see, because ideally I wouldn't want you to buy up here and then price falls back on you. So my entry queue would be here for you guys. If you can get a pullback on this live, at least the 196, 109, right? Or 100 thereabouts, then ideally we could get in on a buy here. So I've set an alert here just so that we're notified if it does happen. Because where we are here, 500 is a perfect point because this is where you have your next level of supply. So we could potentially come here and reject. So that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of tapping into this minor zone here, and that's why it's having rejection. So it could potentially have the rejection and come and sit on top of this and maintain structure, right? Before, but ideally I'm seeing it getting to 196, 500. I'm seeing that for it. For GJ. Or entry Q would have ideally been here. Maybe there was a retest of, or no, there hasn't been a retest of 5 minute either. So when we get a retest of this, we could potentially get in for a buy.
Draw the trend on GJ, the trend line.
GJ,
Yeah,
yeah. So it would be respecting this bit. So we're kind of off the trend line slightly. It's kind of, this one is kind of up now, like so. So ideally we want it to come and tap back with the trend line here. Get a rejection around there, then we can definitely get in. Oh, what's going on with gold? No, what's going on with gold?
Gold is going on.
Oh my God.
It has built support here, which I don't like. 156, there's so many candles right here coming at the 156.
Mhm.
I'm thinking it's just building support. So when the pre-market starts, it breaks through it to go a little bit further down. So as I said, as long as we don't come all the way back up here and go above it, I'm fine with whatever it's doing.
Exactly. I'm fine too.
Yeah. And now we've got that wick rejection, which I like. See if we can close it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Hold it. Come on, give us some power down there.
Dear, yeah.
Hmm. What a candle wicked.
Exactly. You just fly up. Just and go back.
Telling the buyers to come, man.
Mhm.
Real buyers, they're telling them, come, man, come, we're gonna go back and respect this zone. And they just push it down, sweep the liquidity. Just wait.
Who is still in the trade with us? Who is still in?
I'm
I am
in.
still in. I'm
Renan
still in.
is. Renan said, I'm in it to win it.
I shall stay in because I don't have anything to lose.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's it.
Mhm.
That's
You have
it.
nothing
There's
to lose
nothing
right
else
now.
left to lose. So you hold
Nothing.
on.
Mhm.
30 pip short at TP2.
Yeah, yeah. We want a 30 pip move down. No, it's showing rejection on both ends.
Went down to 54.
Yeah, it did.
It's gonna
It
crack
did.
down and pass it soon.
Yeah, do believe when we get the momentum to push it, that's exactly where it's headed. You can imagine if we were sitting and waiting until 12 and not catching all of this from all the way there and now coming to force an entry into this move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, trouble. That spelled trouble.
Exactly. So just be on your guard with, you know, what we send in there, because if we see something before that 12 o'clock move, we'll potentially be getting in on it. And that's the thing about the market, you've got to adapt. This is building so much support right here, though.
Need volume to move it.
Yeah, I think it's waiting on that to come in some more volume. The thing about the markets, you've got to adapt. Today it will move 12, tomorrow it will move 11, the next day it will move 10. You have got to adapt, and that's why we literally have like a timeline as to when we're on the charts, and this is our window. This is our window of opportunity to find moves within this time frame. And
Okay.
even though it's always been from 9, it was it 9 to 4? 9 to 4 is our window. So we're on the charts anywhere between that time to kind of find you know, the highest probability setup. And it often comes anytime between either that 9 mark up until 12, and you'll see it getting in further, maybe at 1:30 and 2, even more. Scan up. Built up so much support here, but 1 hour is telling us that structure is good. Is because a candle like this is good. And we got in from all the way up here. So we want it to come down here. Come down now. And fill this wick. It's a nice round top though, you know. Okay. AJ is doing a little bit of pullback. As you can see, momentum has slowed down. And we're now consolidating around this price area. Oh, wow. Literally, we're moving sideways around 56, between 56 and 57. Come retest the trend line here and then get us the volume to push it further down. This is trading. For those who are new to trading, this is actually trading. You see that you're in a move, and sometimes you just got to set it and forget it because it's not the easiest thing watching it. So you put your trade on and you walk away knowing that you're okay with whatever you're risking, especially if you go on risk-free. You go risk-free and you go for a walk in the park and you come back and you would have made a bag.
Yeah, true.
So na. Mhm. Mhm. I think this has built up that little support there for 12 o'clock to break it. Okay. Same rejection area. Come on, do what you've got to. Remember, guys, what I said with structure, it can potentially come and retest here to get power to continue down. If it breaks there, we're out.
Yeah.
Who's ever held a trade like this before on their own? Like literally sit and hold a trade? Who's done it?
Not me. No, not
No?
lie.
You
I
just
did
you
do, I
Not
did
me.
do one time.
all
I did
right. So
one.
Not with
Mhm.
the gold.
not with not with gold, with anything else, but not with gold.
I did with gold.
Okay. All right. And Sean says she's held it. Now, when we're looking on the 101 and we're taking trades from the 101, it gives you a little bit more confidence to hold. A lot of times it does. This 101 candle has 14 minutes to close. I do believe 12 o'clock is gonna come with some power. But I can't guarantee it because I don't control the market. I'm just analyzing the price. And as long as it's staying within my guidelines, I'm okay with that. That's it. If you believe in your analysis, you take it with proper risk and you go sleep. Wake up in the morning, you've made a bag. That's it, Sean. That is it. That's it. Sometimes we have to know our personality. Not all of us can sit and watch it. Not all of us can. Some of us have to just put it on and walk away. You have to know yourself. Trading is really personality based, where you've got to understand who you are and the kind of things that you can, withstand.
And
Come on.
endure.
What was that, Carlos?
And endure.
That's it. And endure. You've got to be strong in this game. You see what I'm telling you? Just hold the trade. You've got to be strong in this game. Because market will trick you and then go hit your TP.
And then go to your TP.
Mm-hmm.
That time you're out.
Exactly.
That happened to me enough time. That used to happen to me enough. And just trick me and just
Mm-hmm.
right back to me and say, my God.
That's the beauty of entering risk free. So it just set it, leave it, so it hit
Yeah,
a
man,
TP,
risk free. And there is
and
free. You just
yeah,
say, okay, do what you want to do.
That's
Go make
it.
the bag.
Because it's either I make the money or I don't lose anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Come on, you want to go down there.
Yeah.
Beat that with them.
Mm-hmm.
50.
Yeah, that's not 55. Mm-hmm. We're looking good.
So far.
We fist bump. Looks good. 15-minute came directly on top of my trend line. Looks real good. Mhm.
Wow.
Almost at TP2.
Two, yeah,
So, as I
almost.
said, make sure you take some money off the table. You've got more than what 120 pips locked in on this trade. So there's nothing left to lose as long as you're risk-free in it. All right, just guiding you through this basically so that you understand that pullbacks are a part of the process. Yeah, it's a part of the process. And if you don't learn anything, learn that it's a part of the process. All right, so we got a top of 53.6. We want it full 53. Come on, this much volume is gonna get it.
Baby, calm down.
Can I stay in for 3,300?
So remember, as I said, we've got to break
say
this
risk-free.
bit. We have to
Oh.
break this, and you can go risk-free, no problem. Go risk-free, and hold, but take money off the table.
Yeah, if it's
Right,
trail or stop
right.
loss, just take off some.
Right. Did we get
I stop.
52.90? Did you
My-
guys get tapped out of? Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
TP2.
tapped out. I'm not tapped out. I'm at my stop loss is at 57 right now, so I'm not tapped out.
Mine isn't
Don't
tapped
hold
out as
it.
yet either. I'm at
Yeah.
53.
And you only
I'm
for the
holding.
entire market?
Don't hold. So that's a good one, guys. Everybody should be out of TP2 if you've taken a separate trade. You should
My
be out by
TP2 is
TP2.
still not out as yet. I'm at 53, 54, 53.5.
You're broker too wicked.
Look at that.
Market go all the way down to 52 point what?
And it didn't tap you out? What broker are you using?
Which
HFM.
I don't know that one. Carlos, what broker are you with?
I'm with HFM.
So you not get top out either.
No, I'm out now.
They're cruel though. That's one thing you've got to understand with brokers.
I'm going to go back to TIO.
They kick you out.
It just stopped me out now. Just
Oh,
stopped me
I
out.
think
yeah,
TIO is the best.
65.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
TIO is the best.
Let's go. Nice. So as I
Yeah.
said, guys, if we can get a break off here and a nice retest, then potential for those who didn't get in, because I like the rounded frame that we're seeing here.
HFM broker, high spread, high one.
Yeah, it's got.
So if we are we able to get back in for TP3 or should we leave it?
No, so ideally, what I need you to do, if it is that a trade is sent, you have to enter all three at the same time, because that would bring you into way more profits than if you're entering it no, to be honest. All right. So when a trade is sent, if you can put 3, if you even stick to 0.01 on all 3, or the same one trade, and then if you see it's moving in your favor before it gets to whatever, you put the full TP3. So either one trade or 3 separate ones. You put yourself in more risk because price can pull back all the way up here to 65 where we entered. Where it broke from, price can pull back here where it broke from and then continue down. So I wouldn't really be looking for anything unless we break structure here and then we get a nice pullback with some rejection, then that's fine. But potentially we could come here, sweep liquidity, and then go back up. All right. The only way I would be entering down here, as I showed you guys on the 1 hour here, we've got a demand zone and price can react to the demand. So if we break through all of this wick rejection and everything here, then potentially we'll get to the next mark, which is 44 thereabouts, right? Right now we're up about 40 pips. As I said, we can get this now to push back up. So make sure if you're even having TP3, take money off the table.
Yeah.
And make sure you're risk-free.
The new year comes in, it's gonna move different.
Yeah. Yeah, because what 12 o'clock can now do is decide to come and retest the 65 and give you another entry down. It could potentially do that.
What time is it in England now?
It's midday.
Okay.
Yeah. And we generally get some volume at this. This is the original time for our live. So it'll be coming in after all the action. Look how far we dropped from.
Yeah,
If we,
man.
if
Right.
we came on at
We've
12, so
actually
that's
done something, but because we did have a loss yesterday for $1 something, so it showed $5.22 in profit.
Nordy, are you speaking to me?
Sorry, I was speaking to Sabrina.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
I didn't realize I was on mute.
That's fine. That's fine. So, the same system here. If we can get a pullback into this where we've got the support at 55, then fine. But everybody should be out. We went all the way to 51.19. That's amazing. That's literally amazing.
That's
Yeah.
it's a recovery for me.
That's recovery.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm holding for TP3 right now.
Yeah. As long as we maintain structure, as I said, that's fine. GJ has not retested yet. Oh, it's almost there. Almost. Let me see what the 1 hour shows. Oh no. Angela, you just wake up? You're late for all the action, Angela. This is nice. This is like a rounded bottom.
It's gone back within.
Yeah, GJ is like it kind of rejected off this bit with this 1 hour range. We're not outside of it. So ideally we want to be outside of it. If we're outside of it and we sit on top of here, we can potentially get a buy for GJ. But unless we do that, we can't enter within this area here. It has to be
It's a
above
strong
or
rejection
below.
right here.
Yeah, because of this resistance zone here. This entire supply bit is causing the selling pressure. I know you're there on the 5 minute, but the 1 hour says otherwise. So you can, what it can do is literally come all the way back down here. And I'm not gonna let that happen with me. So I'll wait for the 1 hour to give me a clear signal. So ideally it's gonna be here or here. Those would be my parameters for entry. And when price gets there, it will kind of scream. Ooh. So now we're playing around our 53. And guys, if you have not gone through the course, if you've got the material, you need to go through it.
Yeah.
You need to take your time.
Remember to send me that link because I don't know what's happening with mine.
All right, I'll resend it after the live because I want to wrap up now if it's fine. Can we go? No?
You can if you wanna because I'm holding until then. I don't have nothing to lose, so I'm holding.
Yeah. Good morning. The live just start. I know that's what I said at 12, but the market was moving, so I couldn't help it, Angela. I'm sorry. I've been live since about what, 10, 11? To be honest. I've been live a good while now. What time did we come on? Maybe maybe an hour ago or so.
About that.
Yeah, we've been.
Let me see.
For like an
So-
hour and a
Or
half.
more than that, about an hour and a half.
So we've been on this for a while, Angela. And it's one thing that I want all of you to
4:30.
understand, even though we say 12, we can't control when price moves. And that's the tricky bit about it. So if we're monitoring price and we see a good move, we've got to take it. We can't wait until 12 and then we come and look and we can't find nothing or where to get in. You understand? So even though I say 12, I understand, and I want you to understand as well that we've got to be adaptable. Is everybody okay with that? Adapting to what the markets do?
Yep.
Yeah. So I know first we said 9, but we're not getting any volume at 9. I know we said 12, but we got some volume before 12, so we came on before 12. So please, just maybe what I'll start doing, if I see anything and we send it, I could potentially ring the group, because there's an option to do that, and then it could potentially wake you up.
We get a signal also.
Yeah,
If
but
we get a signal, we'll send it.
yeah. So have
Okay.
your notification on when it comes on to that bit. But this is a good move. As I said, literally, we're up about 130 points right now. Yep,
Still going.
and still going. And continue to reject there. So ideally, as I said, if we get a break of structure here, right here, then that's potentially a good way of, you know, price showing us that it wants to go further down. Unless we get a break of this, as you can see, we got a wick on it, not a body close. The candle body has to close below it. If it doesn't close below it, it's not qualified, right? So
Yeah.
where these liquidity areas are, as you can see, we've taken some liquidity, which means that we've pushed past it, ideally, because this wick is below it, right? And as I said, we're still within a trap zone. A trap zone in this case, ideally, this is a demand zone. Price should be going up from the zone, but this is where we can potentially have price breaking the zone.
I personally think today is gonna be the day the market is gonna correct itself.
Yeah, yeah.
From
I
NFP.
do also, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I strongly believe that. Carry on. What's the zone? Can I get the numbers for the
This-
zone that you have?
this-
Yes.
This one is 51. We need a break of 51.
51. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
thanks. Because
And
I'm
then
not seeing
once-
the screen that well. I'm using a small device.
Oh, okay, my bad. But ideally here, if we get a break of that, then we could get to our 40 or our 44 level here. We need a break of it to get there. If you don't see price respecting or breaking through rather, then potentially we could be retesting here. Anything past 55, we're out of this trade, right? Because this is where the support is built now. So ideally, if we get a pullback, we want it to be at 55 and nothing above it, rejecting from that area anywhere between 55, 56, and then continuation further downwards. All right.
Well, one
Yeah.
of the key guys, you have to have a daily goal,
Yeah.
because with this, you the market gives and the market takes. So you really have to have a daily goal, because what you'll find yourself, if somebody giving you money and they say, how much should you give? You will say, all right, give me until I say stop. And you'll just be you'll just be taking, and it's like then they start take it back from you, because
Yeah.
you have to have a target. You can't, the market gives, and you have to just take it, have a daily goal, and just leave. Because if you sit too long around the chart, you're gonna say, let me jump back in again, and then you give back. You give the profits that
What you get?
it took you an hour and a half to make it, and you'll give it back in 2 minutes. So you don't, just have a daily target. Once you hold the trade for at least TP1 and 2, especially TP2, trust me, that is a great reward, because there are days when the market can really be choppy and it's really not going in your favor. So just have a daily target, man, and book some profits and go about your business, and you go again another day. This is a lot. 100 points is ideally a great gift to to accept.
So my stop loss is now. I have my stop loss now at 55. So if I get out, I'm good.
Yeah.
All right. Because what happened when New York really starts, that's like in 2 hours, less than 2 hours from now, it's gonna start making some mad moves up and down, and then it can go back, retest the levels, and then you're gonna get the fall. So I'm looking for this fall to go back right through NFP, correct itself, and then maybe gold will start going back up, hit 4,000 by the end of the week. But nothing is guaranteed, so when it gives, we just take it. And today it's really going into our favor, to be honest,
Yeah.
with patience. And you guys have the lovely Kerry here, guiding you guys through the trade with no emotions, just strategy. It's gonna take volume to push it below.
Yeah, I think New York is gonna do the damage though.
Gonna-
I really do, and
It's 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Push it down to TP2 just now. You know?
yeah, it did.
So it shows you the intention.
Yeah.
It already correct itself. So don't think it have any more going up.
And then ideally you can see that we're outside of this upward move. We're outside of it. We've broken this trend line. We've retested it. So ideally we want to continue on that momentum to come and fill this bit, as I said.
And that drop can maybe come anytime after 3.
Yeah.
3:30 them time. So. Well,
Any questions before we go?
Can you
really,
check
no.
on the TJ?
Oh, GJ is still within my 1 hour zone. So the alert went off, but it's still within this. So if I don't get, one of my favorite ways to trade is break. I like to see structure breaking. I don't like to see too much of supply and demand being respected. I'm just that kind of trader. I'm a breakout kind of trader. And if I don't get a break of these levels, anywhere between 196, 235, or 195.934, I'm not taking a trade. All right, and we're within a good zone, so potentially I'd be kind of possibly looking more for this, for this to break, right? Because we came in within the supply, but so that the market doesn't trick me, I need a break of a 1 hour zone. Once I get that break, then potentially we could look into sending that signal as well. So it's still within my trap zone, and it's not trapping me in there. I'm waiting. Hold on. So this is kind of playing around this zone. It will do that for a while until volume comes in. Any more questions before we go?
You coming back at New York session?
I've got some one-to-ones today, so it's generally a busy day. So that's why I had said let's go from 12, but we've been on for a while. So
Oh,
with the guidance of even in the group, I'd update you from there, and if we feel the need to come back on, we can. But potentially, if you have taken it from 66, you should be in sweet profits holding.
yeah.
Right, and ideally that should kind of give you a little bit of recovery from yesterday. It should, because this is a good move. But nevertheless, many more to come, and market is still moving in our favor. The needle is still moving in our favor. Right. Break off here, we get to 44. We need this to break so we can get to 44. And then from 44, it will go 40. Then from 40, this is an easy run. Anytime the market comes back here, this is gonna be an easy run from 35 straight down to 3,000 because of this bit. You don't have nothing in there more than just pushing it all the way down. So it's gonna be anytime what happens is that each of these pullback will kind of affect price how it moves, and price will pull back when it comes back into these areas. But there's nothing here to hold it. So whenever it gets here, it's just gonna run seamlessly down.
So will you send in another trade when it gets there, Kerry?
If there's a break off here at 51, then potentially we can get back in for 44 and 40 and onwards. But then I'm also mindful that there is news at 3. And I like the first hour of the news to blow off because news can go both directions very quickly on you. I used to love news trading, but there is some news like NFP generally goes one direction. CPI generally goes 2 directions. Sometimes when you have news, market goes in both directions and it goes so quickly, it can stop you out. So I'd rather the news blow off, and then after the news blows off, we can ideally get to see what structure is doing and go off structure. Any more questions? If you're late, one of the rules that we've got is don't chase. We wait until we can get another plausible entry in. So it's fine. As I said, if we can break this round top, then ideally there's an opportunity there. But if not, then we leave it. Respecting it.
There's a question in the chat.
It's just experience, Cynthia. It comes with time. It really does. Meaning time and less fear. And over time, you see when you're on these lower time frames, all these pullback affect you. But when you're on the 1 hour and you're seeing that it's all green or all red, you hold. All right, as you can see, this is all red. So further confirmation here. We're at a structure here, so we're gonna have some rejections here until we get power to break it. It takes time. If you're new to trading, you're probably just gonna be closing those trades quickly. But one of the key things that you have to be mindful of is when you're just starting out with trading, when you're in profits, you often close the profits too early and it's a winning trade. So you'll be in a winning trade and you're fearful because you're seeing money and you don't want to leave anything on the table. And then you'd see that you're in a losing trade and you're so hopeful, thinking, okay, it's gonna go back down, and it doesn't. So you have to be mindful of when those feelings or emotions come into play and focus on strategy and not on the emotions of the candle. It has to be strategy, right? And the more you tap into your strategy and you see it working over and over, it builds your confidence. It builds your confidence in what you're doing. And sometimes it's not going to work, but don't allow the fact that it didn't work yesterday.
It won't work tomorrow.
Tell you that it's not going to work tomorrow or it's not going to work the next day. You cannot win every trade. So don't be fazed by losses. A lot of people, Carlos used this word endure. A lot of people don't stay in the game of trading because they don't understand how to take losses and get up back. They don't understand how to lose money and get up back. This is a game of win and it's a game of losing. And there's a lesson in every loss. So learn the lesson and don't allow it to be a failure signature, but allow it to be feedback. That's literally what it is. You don't control the market. I don't control the market. This 90-day is really a system where it's to guide you and not to guarantee you, because we can have a beautiful setup and price can move against us, and we accept that. That's why the first thing in trading is to accept the risk, right? You would look in the group like Cynthia and you'd notice that all last week, there was probably one loss. This week, you'll notice there's probably 2 loss or 3 loss. It's a part of the game. And that's why risk management is what will kind of save you and, you know, giving you the opportunity to fight again another day, even if you've lost yesterday. So it's just what it is. One of the first things you've got to do is to accept the risk. So if you're risking 20, accept that you're risking 20 to make 200. Right? Accept if you've got a small account as well. Accept that your profits may be small until you build it up. Accept that you may lose and then tomorrow you may win. Right? It's a game of open-mindedness. It's not a game of, you know, giving up where as soon as you lose 2-3 trades, it's about who remains consistent with their strategy even after the loss. Right? Because sometimes you'll feel like it's not working, but then the day you decide, okay, I'm done, you literally look and you see it playing out beautifully. Yeah, so it's building that level of, you know, system that you've seen work time and time again, right? And it may work 60% of the time, but that's fine, because if you've got a good risk to reward like this, risk to reward meaning that I've got this bit, a short position on that we've entered right here at 66, and my stop wasn't all the way at 87. My stop was all the way down here at 70, right? I entered at 60 and my stop was at 70, and I'm looking to ride this thing all the way to what, 40, 44 we have there?
Yeah.
That's a 6.95% gain on your money. Even if we're right here, where we are right now, that's a 4.86% gain on your money. You've risked that tiny bit and you've made 4 times the amount already.
Already, yeah.
So that's how you have to look at it. And not everybody can do risk to reward like this when they just start. Some people will go for 1 to 2s. That's fine. Over time, you'll get better at it. But you have to put the work in. That's literally what it is. Or if you have not gotten our course, you can go get it. It works. It works. And you're seeing it live. It works. Anyways, it comes with the territory. As I said, I'm aiming to get all the way back down here, which is a big risk to reward, meaning it's a good reward for, you know, the little risk that we've put on. So that alone is incredible.
But for right now, having that reward, there's no risk.
That's it. That's it. Having that reward with no risk. And then Dawn now with her nosy self, have her take profit all the way into the fair value gap here, all the way
Of
down to
course.
3,300. So Dawn is
Down
going
there,
to
so
gain 20% on her
it's
money.
staying down there because I'm going to work now and I'm leaving it right there. I have nothing to do.
That's it. That's it. So ideally, if we get all the way back into here, that's a massive win. You don't even need to trade for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
I was about to ask, the 3,300, that big candle right there. That big, no, the big one, the other one.
This candle?
Yes. Do you think we're gonna hit that by tomorrow?
It's a
We'll hit it by today.
possibility. It's a possibility. It can happen anywhere between today or tomorrow. It's a 1 hour
'Cause
time
I
frame.
was thinking, because I'm looking at I don't really use 1 hour because it scares me. I normally use the day. But that 3,300, based on how the market is looking, and we have the curve top right there. I am thinking by tomorrow this time we're going to hit that and pass it. That's what I'm thinking, but that may be just me. I'm not sure if I'm me alone I think that. So
No, I've said it, so it's a potential. It's a potential that we can come back into here today, between today and later tonight. It's a potential. All right, it's a strong potential. And as I said, I've drawn the fib and I've shown you that's a strong potential to come all the way back, all the way down here, all the way down here. So if you can hold it from there to all the way here, that's a bingo.
I think it's gonna just hit the fair value gap and
All right.
go back.
According to Fibonacci, that's literally where we're headed. All right, back into here. So if you can hold it until then, all right, and not fold, then there's no problem. Okay. Any more questions? Because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna attend to my young baby.
Yeah. So we want to know if anything with GJ, you can send it.
GJ still hasn't cleared my zone, so we're
Okay.
waiting still.
Okay.
and we'll be only be trading gold and US and GJ. We'll be trading any other pairs.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Are we going to be trading any other pairs throughout the 90 days? Or are we just going to be using these two pairs?
Any suggestions? I think I said I would put a poll in for suggestions.
Yeah, but it didn't come. Only the
Yeah.
time came.
Yeah, I'll put it in so that we can do suggestions, and maybe on days we can look at other high probability setups for some other ones. All right. Any more questions?
We are going to allow you to go now.
Thank you, Carlos. So as I said, guys, ideally we don't want structure to go all the way back to 55. So once we maintain ourselves under there, we're good to go, right? Because we're looking at this whole price point. We want to break this level at 51, right? We want a break of it. A break of it will give nice volume, right? And ideally that may come at 1, right? It could come at 1. And then we can see if we can get some more move down there. All right, so hold it. You're as you know, Dawn has expressed and run it, you don't have anything to lose if you're risk-free, so hold it. Any questions, any queries you have, you can drop it in the chat from there on. We're getting slightly some action coming in. Whoop, whoop. 44 is about to pop.
Yeah.
And remember, once it breaks the 50, it's gonna come back and retest it.
Yeah. So wait on the retest, or else it's gonna bring you back to 50. When, if we get a break of this, retest mean that it's going to come, break through here, right? And then potentially go back to here, right? And it can come right at 44, right? Because that's our next level, and then push back up, all right?
Retest.
So hold that with composure, and I hope you learned something from this session today.
Faith.
What was that?
Said faith.
That's it, faith. You have to have that. That's a major part of trading. You've got to have faith.
Waiting on that 1 o'clock volume now.
Yeah, it is. Slightly tapping on it. We're gonna break it. We're gonna break it. And we're gonna drop. So guys, just hold that trade. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And once we get a break of this, we get to 44, which is our TP3, and we pull back into this area here, right here, 51, then make that, wait until it pulls back into 51 though. Then you can put your stop a little bit above it. All right. So it hasn't broken the level yet. It's trying, but it doesn't have the volume yet. I do think it's gonna come in slowly but surely. we can see the intention very clearly. Anybody who is in for TP3 should be in sweet profits as we navigate through this entire bit. Sweet profits for TP3. TP3, here we come.
You're not gonna work it.
No, I'm for reach 8:30. Not far, so not gone yet.
All right, guys, it's looking lovely. It's looking lovely. Let's hold it until 44. I'll hold it till 44. Probably this is the longest some of you have ever held a trade for.
So true.
Um, all the way down there now. Looks good. I'm looking good in profits too.
I think sometimes you said empty up since morning. You can't even have to wait little, you know.
All right, Don. Let me mute you.
No, me tell us enough. If you not Marie listen, no man.
All right, guys, hold it and we'll follow up in the chat. If you've got any questions, you can send them in there as well. And we hold it. We hold it. I'm holding. I'm definitely holding, without a doubt. So hold it on your end and look at those parameters. Ideally, for those who want another entry in, we have to get price to break through this fully, come possibly to 44 here, and then retest structure. See, you see that wick projection? So all of that, we've got to be mindful. We've got to get a close below here. If it's a wick below it, it don't count. We've got to get a close below it, right? Okay, price come all the way at 51 and reject, and that's like,
Yeah, 50.
yeah, 50. Came all the way to 50 point, and it came to a psychological level. It came directly at 50 and rejected. So we want price to close below this. We don't want it just to wick below. We want it to close below it. That's fine. We'll monitor it, but I'll be attending to Jace for a minute and then I'll come back on the charts. Just hold it, hold your composure. But remember your parameters in terms of we don't want price to come all the way back up there or come too far with us. right? Ideally, we don't want to be back at 56 or past 56 rather. Because as you can see, we've got some support built at 56. If it turns it into resistance, that's ideally great, right? But what is happening right now is price is slightly respecting this little bit of demand, support. All right, but the candle still hasn't closed. So we need the candle to close. Once it closes and it closes below, then 44 is coming up. All right, guys. So risk-free, take some money off the table and you can hold from there. You've got nothing to lose. And I'll correspond with you in the chat from now on. Have a good day.